Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Tomi Daniels here. So today I posted on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do. I'll leave my Instagram handle in the description box. Also, can I please ask that you subscribe to my channel. As you can see, I'm doing more videos now, and I'm really pursuing this a lot more, and I'm not letting any excuses hold me back anymore. So please support by liking the videos, subscribing to my channel, watching, sharing. Please get the word out, please. I really appreciate it, so thank you. Anyway, so I was saying that I posted on my Instagram stories today asking for people to kind of indicate the kind of videos that they want to see next, and I think top on the list was property. So I'm bringing you this video as the I guess first in the series of property related posts. I don't know if it's going to be sequential in terms of I don't know if it's going to be consecutive, probably not, but I'll see how it goes. I'm just going to record this one first, and then we'll see how that goes. Okay, so about 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago actually, I remember sitting on the train on my way back from work. I had tears in my eyes, or I was close to it. I was close to having tears in my eyes. I was completely overwhelmed. At the time, I didn't see how we could basically the most important thing on my mind at the time was like seeing how we could get the deposit, like all the deposit for the house we were buying at the time, which was our first property. I was, just completely overwhelmed, and my sister met me on the train, or ran into me on the train, and I pretty much just offloaded to her, and she encouraged me. She also had like issues at the time. We kind of encouraged each other. I'm not sure I did much encouraging because I was completely overwhelmed. So yeah, she encouraged me, and then fast forward 2 years later, here I am sitting in yet another property, and I'm like, wow, like how did I get from that to this? And I think the first I know that there are quite a few videos about property, like buy your first property, how to go about it, what do you need to do, what do you need to know, and that's all good, and they're very important, but I think today, this being the first in the series, I'm going to tackle it more from the point of view of mindset. And whilst I'm focusing on property, it's not the mindset I'm talking about doesn't just apply to property. You can pretty much apply it to anything and any area of your life, even as a Christian, like your walk with God, your relationships, your careers, your businesses, whatever it is that you're really pursuing. You can pretty much apply this, and you should pretty much apply it. I feel like there are life principles as against like just property principles, but obviously I'll also be talking to you a bit about property. I'm also going to try and include, or I may have already included, like, some slideshows of, the before and after of some of the properties, just for you to see, like, what we've done. And by we, by the way, I mean my husband and I, what we've done, and, what it was and what it is now, or what, like, some of them are now. So I think the first, going back to the story of me sitting on the train, at the time, I was completely overwhelmed. I literally couldn't see past my nose at that time, because I just felt like, there were just so many things going on. We were getting married. We didn't even have enough money for that. We were moving. We didn't have enough deposit. We were completing. Everything was just seemed to happen at the same time. And I also posted a video. I was talking about, I don't know if it was like a testimony. I'll link it. I'll try and link that video as well. It was I was showing testimonies of it was a testimony video basically. And I think I may or may not have mentioned about how kind of like just walking in faith, walking on water. And I gave an example of how at the time, like after like the property and all of that, we probably didn't have enough money to like cover our costs, like our monthly cost ongoing, and how God just made a way because we had made a step. Now the point is, when we're going through challenges, sometimes we don't realize that if we are only able to like hold on and be steadfast and kind of go through it rather than giving up, that those challenges will build our capacity for more. And by more, I mean more opportunities, more victories in the future, even more trials or more defeats, if we're going to use that word, because even the ability to handle defeat, I think, is also a key skill. Because sometimes, like, you may realize that sometimes if or maybe the first time you're knocked by a challenge, the way you react to it is different than the next time when even the challenge is greater, because your capacity has been built. So you're able to, hopefully able to handle it better, because you've learned from that, because you realize that actually the world isn't going to end, you're not going to die, like this challenge wouldn't swallow you. Hopefully, you know, those are the kind of things that you learn as you walk through challenges. But yes, I think the first point is to realize that yes, getting into property or any other thing like that, it probably will be challenging, but it will increase your capacity to handle more resources, to handle more money, to handle more trials, to handle more risk. And just, you know, putting yourself out there. So if you give up, you probably wouldn't get that skill. Your capacity probably won't be increased. So don't give up. I think that's the first point I want to make. Second point I want to make is the fact that stop sitting around. Stop sitting around and waiting for that perfect time, that perfect moment when you have £100,000 in your account, and then you can, you know, use half of it to buy a property and maybe the rest to refurbish it and all of that. Stop sitting around. Yes, you may have 100,000, but you may not have that, and you may never have that except you move, and then you realize that actually, as I'm moving, you know, God is providing. Of course, I'm a Christian, so a lot of these things I'm saying and a lot of my principles is backed or God. A lot of my principles sit on like the Word of God, and is pretty much God that, you know, helps me, and His Word that helps me to navigate my journey through life. So stop sitting around. Like that perfect time, that perfect moment probably would never come. I'll give you a good example. So for the longest time, I've not been recording videos. I've just been recording sporadically. Like maybe this year, for instance, I recorded only 4 or so, except in the last 2 weeks when I've started getting consistent with it, and that's going to continue. Okay, so subscribe again. Anyway, what I realized is that I just lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I was talking about, like, you know, recording. So one of the reasons why I wasn't recording videos was because I felt like I didn't have the right equipment. I didn't know how to edit as well. Like, you know, Shay was helping me, but he has a lot on the plate as well, so I didn't really want to be waiting around for him to like find time to like do my videos, or I didn't really want to even add my videos to his plate, like to all the things he has going on as well. And we've been busy as well. Basically, there's just like so many reasons why, but one of the main reasons was like regards to editing and filming. Like I don't have a camera yet, so all of that, I just kind of let that hold me back until about 2 weeks ago. I was like, you know what, enough is enough. And I think that also came with, like, I had dreams about, like, you know, my videos and stuff, but anyway, that's a different story. But I just said, you know what, enough is enough. I'm just going to record these videos on my phone, and I'm going to like just record it straight, no editing, just upload it, rather than sitting around waiting for that perfect moment. I just carried on. And guess what, yesterday someone sent me a message and was asking me for ideas for like vlogging cameras and equipment, that my video qualities are amazing, and I'm like, this is the very reason why I wasn't uploading, because I felt like the quality won't be great because I don't have all the right equipment. What am I saying? My point is that stop looking at what you don't have and look inwards and say, what do I have? How can I start it? How can I start with what I have? Because I may be saying all these things, I may be talking about property, and now we went from that property, from X amount of properties to from this amount of properties to X amount of properties, and you're just thinking, yeah, she can do that because she lives in this country, or she can do that because she's married, or she can do that because she has a fantastic job, or she can do that because she has amazing family, or amazing extended family around her that have gone forth. We can like there could be so many reasons why you can tell yourself like why I've been able to do it and why you can't. And the truth is, if you're looking for reasons why you can't, honey, I can give you much more reasons why you can't. Like you don't have to think far before you find reasons why you can't. But the truth is, as Christians, or as a Christian, for me, I understand that God never leaves me without. So if He's put a desire in my heart, or if I have a desire that is a good desire, you know, He's not against His word, I've put it to Him in prayers. I know that I can look inwards and I can find the resources that I need to achieve those desires. Fair enough, we all have different starting points. So while you may have £0 in your account and I may have I don't know, £100,000 in my account to start with. I wish I did. But the truth is, we're all going the same direction, or we're all trying to get to the same place. Yes, we can all get there. We can all get to that same place. It will be like a different journey for each of us. But the truth is, stop looking at what you don't have, and just look at what is in your hands and just ask yourself, what is in my hands? Okay, this is what I have and this is where I want to get to. How can I get there? Which brings me to my third point, which is the can-do attitude. That is absolutely crucial. I cannot stress this enough. And shout out to my sister Toyin, or one of my sisters Toyin, which I've really learned this from. She has this amazing can-do attitude. For her, it's always like, there's always a way, there's always a way. And you really, really, really need to get that mindset, especially when you're going into something like property, knowing that there is always a way. I can achieve it, I can get there, it's possible. That possibility mindset, like a lot of battles are won or lost in the mind. Like they start, they begin, they end, they're fought in the mind. Really, if you can get through that mind blockage where you're thinking like, I can't, it's not possible, it's not available to someone like me, that if you can get past that, honestly, the rest of it is pretty much like a walk in the park, because you just know that it's possible. Now I'm talking about property and saying like how we went from that to this and all of that. Truth is, was it an easy journey? No. Like, were there difficulties along the way? Yes. Are there still difficulties even as we're still navigating this journey? Yes. But what do I know? Like, I do know that, you know, God has got my back. I do know that it's possible. And absolutely, like, if I put my mind to it, I can do it, because I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So I just know that it's possible. So when I hit a roadblock, I'm not thinking, oh, I have to go back, it's not possible. I'm thinking that what is the other way around this, because I have to get to the other side. And when I say what is the other way around, it's not an illegal way. Like, you know, you, of course, you know, there are different ways to get around. This is another point, actually. God isn't just interested in the end, he's interested in the means by which you get to the end. So don't think that you can employ like crooked ways to get to a destination and think at the destination you give God the glory and it's all fine, or God will be happy with you because you've gotten to the end. No. So make sure that even as you're doing the things you're doing, so as you want to go into property, into business, into that into marriage, into whatever, just make sure that, you know, you're doing it the way God approves, that your process and the means that by which you're going through that, it's God approves of it. Okay. So yes, the can-do attitude is absolutely crucial. There's always a way. There's always a way. You have what you need, and there is always a way. There's always a way, using the things that you already have to get to where you want to be. And also, of course, it's all beautiful. Like, you know, you've seen some of the pictures of the before and after, and like, oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Like, these people have done so well. The truth is it all rosy? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, right now, like this year, I don't even think, okay, we've gone on one holiday, but like, I really, really want to go on holidays. There are many things I want to do. I wish I had more like cash flow in my, more liquid cash, or what do I call it? Yeah, in my account. I wish, like, you know, our cash flow situation was better. However, I also understand that I'm in such a privileged position. I mean, I understand that in 10 years time, in 5 years time, I will be far better off doing the things that, making the decisions that we're making now than we would have been if I decided to, like, you know, go on 2 more holidays or 3 more holidays. So it's that, you know, understanding that it's not all rosy, and you do need to deny yourself of some things, or you may need to deny yourself of a lot of things, you know, having to, like, you know, do all of this with a job, or maybe you have another business that you're working on, or maybe you have kids, or it's just, you know, there could be many things that are competing for the same time and for the same resources that you want to use to get into this next step or this project that you're working on. Yes, but I believe in delayed gratification, whilst it's still something I'm learning, because sometimes I just want it now. Like, I want the Louboutin shoes now. Like, I want so many things now. I want to go on a holiday right now if I could. I really feel holiday starved. And I know that there's a balance. Like, sometimes it's not all like, oh, planning for the future and you're not even enjoying it now. So I know that there is, you know, getting that balance right. But I also understand that, you know, these decisions that we're making, like I said before, you know, is putting us in a far better situation. And when I'm thinking, I think the other day I was making a joke, I was like, oh, you know, I really want to go on holiday. And we're joking, like my husband and I, Shay and I were joking that, you know, if we're thinking about going to Paris, let's just go to, like, you know, this part of the house that we, like, a part of the house that we've just, like, renovated, and just assume and imagine that it's Paris. And then we'll go to another part of the house I imagine that it's Spain or something. So yeah, like it was just funny. We were just joking and trying to make the best of our situation. But yeah, my point is, it's not all rosy. I'm not saying that everything is just going to, like, you know, follow your laps and everything will just be all smooth. And when you move into the house, everything's just going to be like smooth sailing. No, there will be roadblocks. There will be yeah, there will be challenges along the way. But is it possible? Absolutely. Can you do it? Absolutely. And of course, I understand also that we're not there yet and we're still navigating this journey. We still want more. We still want to proceed, progress in different areas, in all areas of our life. There are other things that we're still working on. We also need, like, you know, the encouragement that we can get in, like, you know, in areas of our life, even in property and stuff. But I'm just kind of putting out this video out as almost like the first in the series, like I said before, to tell you, one, it's possible, to encourage you, and to most importantly help you to, like, renew your mind with the right mindset of what you need, you know, to get into property or business or your work with God or the relationship. Like everything I've said, you can pretty much apply it to every and any area of your life. Also, I know that you probably have so many questions. You want to go into details. You want to see more, maybe pictures. You want to know, like, more, you know, steps, practical steps, or you want to know more about our story or my story in terms of how we've done it and what we're working on, whatever. Like, you know, you might have a bunch of questions, or maybe you're even in the process of buying a property yourself and you have questions about that. Please leave all of those questions in the comment section on YouTube, particularly on YouTube. I'm really trying to build this platform as well, so it would be encouraging, like, for me, if you leave those questions here rather than just messaging me privately, because I think at the moment most of those that watch my videos are people I know. But yeah, please leave those questions here. Others may see it as well and be able to learn from it. And then going forward, like, as I record more property related videos, might not be the next videos, but I'll see, you know, how I feel about it or what should come next. And generally, like I said, go on my follow me on Instagram as well. You probably, like, for instance, you probably will be able to enjoy more. I guess, what's the word? I don't know. I'm not sure what I was trying to say. But yeah, follow me on Instagram as well. Please subscribe to my channel. Like this video if you liked it. And share. You really never know, like, who needs to see this until you share with them. Alright then. Thank you so much for watching. Tomi Daniels here. Bye.